Council of Regents, yes. This is tied to a society of executives, healthcare executives, yes. I've said so many times, anybody who's seen my other videos about how all these experts, they have the 25 letters after their name. And it's because when I got into nursing, that's all that's ever been pushed. And that's because of Magnet of Nursing. I've mentioned them before. They're an organization that came in much like this one. And it's designed to get as many people to come in, and they'll help you. And if you're one of them, you know, it's sort of like Skull and Bones, but it's maybe not as secretive except in certain areas. That's why we need to get rid of all the associations, all the societies. This is all of that. I'm going to get into ACHE in a minute, but I just wanted to show you this is how far advanced the globalist agenda is. Yeah, so this is how they can target nurses like me. I mean, I mean, they've done it before. I just always wondered, now I can see why it's so coordinated. They really only are interested in having their own kind, you know, monsters, the unempathetic. Yeah, and if you're a nurse that gets pulled into this, and really it's more for executives, but nurses can go because they want you to get even more higher education. Yes, it's about becoming a recognized leader among executives in healthcare management by becoming a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives. These people are nobodies. They have most of the, on my last video, those 90 safety experts, many of them have no healthcare background at all. So they go and they get these letters after their name because for whatever reason, healthcare just, I guess, thinks, or like these jagoffs that think that letters after your name mean something, and I guess they've trained people, but I would more see that as scary. So these people will have these big bold letters after their name, FACHE, and what I'll show in a minute. And what it says is most people would be like, oh, I wonder what kind of doctor that is. Well, they're not a doctor, they're not a nurse, they have no healthcare experience. They're just some fucking executive. Yeah, these people really should go seek psychiatric help. They really should. Or you know what, I would rather, do you think that Trump, you know how he wants to do a mass deportation, do you think he would do that with some Americans? Sorry, I'm just kidding. I mean, sort of. But I just think it might be healthy to send the people like these executives and these nurse leaders, and many others, of course, CEOs, you know, they get to be on the top of them usurping our Constitution. Now they would say, no, this is just our own little society. Well, how many damn societies do you fuckers need? Seriously. Because this is all just trying to indoctrinate people. And since the executives want to come in and control healthcare, that means the World Economic Forum, and those people are psychopaths. CEOs of healthcare are too, because they are all growing along with this. I mean, you can call them weak, but at some point it's like if you have any care in your heart, you wouldn't go along with this sick, twisted stuff. Go seek psychiatric help for your inability to have empathy, your inability to do the right thing. But I think the best way to help those people is just if Trump like put them, you know, on the boat or you know, the plane with the illegals and send them to China or wherever they're going. Just make sure it's a communist country so that they can know what it's like to live under communism at the bottom instead of where they're at the top while they're trying to usurp our Constitution, as if any of these fuckers have a right to do that. Our Constitution has been in place for 300 years. Now, they would say, that's ridiculous. What is she talking about? Well, you have your own board of governors. You have some secret ends to everything. You got pharma supporting you, some doctors, but really what you have more than anything is a bunch of fucking executives that have destroyed healthcare. And then what's even more sickening to see is all the chief nursing officers. But many of those chief nursing officers, where did they come from? Their state nursing associations, which is no different than this stuff. This is from about ACHE. This is the same stuff. If you go down below the Board of Governors, all the way where it says governance, strategy, corporate partners, this is all the same stuff Magnet did. It was all about governance, shared governance. It's a slow indoctrination into the socialized system. So they are trying to usurp the Constitution, because then what they do is they help mold and shape those people, and then they will go fight for the Bernie Sanders, let's destroy healthcare while we say we care about it. This shit drives me nuts. I've been saying ever since I got into nursing, why aren't we being more proactive? That's another thing I was taught. We should be proactive. So proactive would be like in my video earlier today, I said how the thing to do when you have two patients escalating and you want to lower the stimulation in the milieu, is you have a patient that wants to go outside and you have an enclosed outside. Easy to do, just unlock the door. That would be being proactive, taking her outside, letting her get some fresh air. Neither of them can hear each other. They de-escalate. That's being proactive. Of course, that's not what healthcare wants you to do, because these executives, I've said before, I think they deliberately set things up, especially for certain people if they target them. They want you to get hurt. They want you out. Like, they don't just accept anybody. I mean, they'll take your money, but there's only, you have to be accepted by their board of governors. They're just sickos. No different than it's no different than Skull and Bones. So as it says up here, the strategic plan guides our focus, direction, priorities, and activities over a 3-year period or time frame, which is 2024 to 2026. What this model down here shows, it doesn't matter. I've seen these things in healthcare, in nursing for years. It's like, yeah, why don't we just go in and fix it? You needed to waste all this time doing this when you just go in and they're not about fixing anything. They're just about acting like they want to while they destroy it. A little bit more, about ACHE is an international professional society of more than 49,000 healthcare executives who lead hospitals, healthcare systems, and other healthcare organizations. ACHE's mission is to advance our members, and healthcare leadership excellence. Magnet used to say this too. It's about excellence. ACH and magnets worldwide, by the way, for nursing. ACHE offers its prestigious Fauci, let's just call it Fauci, that's what it looks like. Fauci credential, yeah. Signifying board certification in healthcare management. It doesn't mean shit. They have no healthcare background. But because they can put these letters after their name, and it's not a license, it's just credentials. Yeah, the amount of sickness that we have within nursing leadership, in medical leadership, I mean, at very top levels. I don't mean every person in leadership. I'm trying to say that it's because they all do, follow the monkey. Like, look, you're following psychopaths. You'll regret it later. I'm talking if you're a nurse. If you're one of these executives, please seek professional help. The foundation of the American College of Healthcare Executives was established to further advance healthcare management excellence through education and research. Yes, of course they want research. Yeah. So they have different committees through this, okay? They have a lot of people that fund them. Big healthcare organizations donate $50,000, $25,000, because that's what your hospitals want too. Your hospitals are no longer about wanting to care for patients. The people at the bedside are. You just might, if you go along and you do everything, jump through the hoops like a good dog is supposed to do, then they won't bother you. But if you're somebody like me who speaks up against them, well, yeah. Here's some of they have this whole thing of committee rosters, but not all their committees is transparent. Look, the Higher Education Committee, of course, yeah. But what you'll notice on all of them, I'm just going to show a few of these. There's an RN and an MD, but the majority is FACHE, so they have no medical background. And some of them are just lawyers too. So this is the LGBTQ plus 8 explanation point group. Healthcare Leaders Community Committee, yeah. Yeah, see, do you see any? I think there's a PA at the bottom. Everybody else is just a executive. Yeah, executives will destroy healthcare, which is their goal. But you see the one from the second to the bottom, Amir Farouk. So he's on this committee. And he just happens to be the interim medical director for the VA Eastern Colorado Healthcare. No big deal. Just saying, not everybody loves this country like Americans do. These people, what they're doing, they don't love America. They want to just chop us up into districts.